Hi, I'm Sean. A warm welcome to my channel. This is the June astrology for Virgo, Sun, Moon or Rising. You can get an accurate feeling for the month if you listen to all three. I cover some key dates, so please diarize. I put key dates in my cell phone. A quick guide. Your sun sign is your core energy, who you are. I find my sun sign gets more accurate the older I get. Your moon sign shows how you'll feel. It's the emotional stuff. And your rising sign, possibly the most accurate, reflects what's actually happening in your life right now. Think of it as your avatar. Let's take a look at your astrology for June 2026. And right from the start, this feels like one of those bridge months, a period where multiple shifts are happening at once, creating a sense of movement and transition that can feel both exciting and, at times, a little overwhelming. But I think for you, Virgo, this is a month where things begin to align, especially through people, visibility, and stepping into a more serious version of your path. All month long, Mercury is in Cancer, activating your 11th house of friendships, networks, and community. This is where things start speeding up socially. You may notice your voice reaching more people, your ideas gaining traction, and your influence expanding through the connections you have. Friends, colleagues, or allies could be actively promoting you, supporting you, or helping elevate your name and work. It's a great time to collaborate, network, and put yourself out there. Then toward the end of the month, we reach a shift. On June 29th, Mercury turns retrograde, and this is where things start to loop back. Old friends may reappear, past connections could resurface, and you might find yourself revisiting social dynamics or networks you haven't engaged with in a while. In my life, this always feels like, oh wow, I didn't expect to hear from you again. At the same time, the Sun and New Moon in Gemini are activating your 10th house of career, status, and public image. And this is big. This is where new opportunities begin to take shape professionally. You may find yourself stepping into a new role, receiving recognition, or being noticed by people in positions of influence. This could come in the form of a job offer, a promotion, a shift in direction, or even a chance to take on more authority. Then, early mid-June, we have a new moon window. But here's the thing. This is not casual energy. This is play for keeps energy. I think whatever shows up here has long-term potential, so you'll want to meet it with focus, professionalism, and intention. Venus brings one of the key bridge shifts this month. In the first half of June, Venus is in your 11th house, enhancing your social life and your connections. This brings warmth into your friendships, and for some of you, romantic opportunities may even come through your social circle or through someone you already know. Your love life becomes more outgoing, more social, more connected to group energy. Then in the second half of the month, Venus moves into Leo, activating your 12th house, and the tone shifts. Now we move into reflection, nostalgia, and the past. This can bring old loves, old feelings, or even old pleasures back into your awareness. Cricky. This is deeply reflective energy. For couples, this can mean reviving old ways of connecting that once worked beautifully. For singles, someone from the past may resurface, or something meaningful that was left unfinished may come back into focus. Mars also shifts signs this month, adding another layer of transition. In the first half of June, Mars is in your 9th house. This is expansion energy. You may feel a strong urge to break out of routines, push beyond limitations, and step into something bigger. This could involve travel, study, or simply a shift in perspective. But it's about getting out of any environment or pattern that has been keeping you stuck. I get the feeling, you can't stay where you are anymore. Then in the second half of June, Mars moves into your 10th house, your career zone, and things become more driven, more competitive, and more intense. Now you're pushing forward, taking action, and making moves in your professional life. Then mid-month Mars shift. Mars here rewards effort, so you'll want to show up where the action is. Another major shift begins on June 19th, when Chiron enters Taurus, activating your 9th house long-term. This is deep work around your beliefs, your direction, and what has been holding you back from expanding your life. Over time, you may start to see clearly where fear, habit, or outdated structures have limited your growth. And I'll be honest, this can feel confronting, but it's also liberating, because once you see what's been keeping you stuck, you can begin to break free from it. Then we move into June 29th, with a full moon in Capricorn activating your 5th house of love, creativity, and personal expression. This brings a turning point. Something here reaches a climax. This could be a shift in a romantic relationship, a creative project coming to completion, or even a change in how you express yourself or experience joy. I think for many of you, this is about moving something forward or letting something go if it's become stagnant. Watch the 2 weeks after this full moon. That's where the transition really sets in. And finally, on June 30th, Jupiter enters Leo, activating your 12th house for the next year. This is subtle, but powerful. Jupiter here brings help behind the scenes, support that may not always be visible, opportunities that unfold quietly, and a sense that things are working out even when you can't fully see how. You may benefit from unseen allies, hidden opportunities, or even past efforts finally paying off in quiet ways. In my life, this transit always feels like things just start aligning in ways you didn't plan, but needed. So Virgo, June is a balance between outer success and inner reflection. You're expanding your reach, stepping into new opportunities, and at the same time reconnecting with deeper emotional and internal layers. Let people support you, take your opportunities seriously, and pay attention to what's quietly returning from the past. Because something here is aligning behind the scenes. And if you enjoyed this, feel free to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what's opening up for you this month.